SpitYaGameTv with your host, Paulie Paul.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Paulie Paul on DPN, SpitYaGameTV. Shout out to Street Entertainment. We got Tyler Gifted in the building. One of the illest out here in Springfield. Well, Holyoke, right?
Yeah,
Holyoke, my fault.
Oh, okay, I was born.
You was born out here? Oh, so technically I'm right. So what made you get into music?
Man, I remember I was a little kid. My dad really big into rap, you know, like the old school rap. Really into it. So when I was younger, like around 8, 9, he was always showing me, you know, the artists he would listen to, which was, you know, like the old Lil Wayne, you know, like Nas, Biggie. Then he was also showing me Eminem, obviously, you know?
Yeah.
So, because Eminem's his favorite. So I actually started hearing Eminem, and then I realized like I watched 8 Mile. And it's funny because I watched it and I was like seeing everything he did, and I was like, yo, I can do that. Why can't I? So that's when I took it in my own hands to like starting to learn how to flow. I would write Eminem's lyrics down like on a notebook, and I would just start rapping and just practicing his flows to be able to know how to flow.
Wow.
And then that's when I realized like I really want to do music, but I didn't have the confidence to be able to pursue it, you know? So that's how I got into music, but then throughout time, I actually, you know, started building my own studio or going to studios and actually trying to put my music out there.
Okay. Yeah. So would you say like Eminem was your biggest influence as far as music?
He was at a point in the beginning. He definitely was. He was a really big influence. The only thing I fell back from was I didn't want to get to the point where I started sounding like him or being like just another kid that wants to be like Eminem.
Right.
So eventually I started pulling back and hearing more artists and listening to how other genres of, like, you know, just different genres of hip hop, how they were being created, and I just wanted to integrate everything and just put it all together and then bring out my own style.
Okay.
So, yeah, he was a big influence, but then there's also a lot of others that made me realize like that I can do it and how I should do it, you know?
Okay, so would you say like said that Eminem was one of your biggest influence?
Yeah.
What about like was it the things that he rapped about, or what specific was?
The things he rapped about, but then it was more because, you know, at the point when I was listening to him when I was younger, he was more, you know, the shady, that was like the gruesome side of him, the crazy side. But it was more what he was going through and how he overcame every obstacle that came his way. That's why after watching 8 Mile, I seen like my life is nothing compared to what he went through. Like, like I had, like at that point, I've had it better than what he probably had growing up, because you see the story and what he says in his music and how he was treated. So it influenced me because it was like, you know, if someone that had literally nothing came up to be something, then anybody can do anything in reality.
So that was the inspiration.
Yeah, it inspired me, and it just set that spark in me, and it was just like, rap, do what you got to do, be who you got to be, and stay true to yourself. And then that's when I just really started practicing more and freestyling more often.
So you're white, right?
Well, yeah, basically I'm white and Puerto Rican.
Okay,
but the white side shows more.
I was gonna ask you a question about like, do you think it's harder for a white MC in the rap game?
Well, it kind of depends. What you mean by harder, like, you know, because there can be ways like, you know, a white artist can come out and people could automatically say like, you know, he's a white privileged artist. Like, just because he's white, he made it. Like, some people were trying to argue like about that with me with Jeezy, because I'm a Jeezy fan, and they're like, oh, he's white privileged, and I'm just like, how do you know that though? You know, it's just like, it doesn't, like, to me it doesn't matter race, skin, complexion, it doesn't matter. It's just like, music is music, and if you're good, you're good. But as being a like white artist, white rap artist, you want to say, obviously Eminem basically broke barriers to make it easier for you. But I don't really like even being labeled as a white artist, because it's just like, you know, I don't look at, let's say I like Biggie, and I don't say he's my favorite black artist, you know?
You don't say that.
It's just an artist is an artist, you know? So yeah, I don't.
Do you see people trying to give you that label?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's why, because, you know, there's people I've worked with that just because I'm white skinned and they see a white kid when they look at me and not someone who grew up in Holyoke, want me to present this super white image, and it's like I am who I am. Like I
Right.
grew up a different way. I grew
Like
up
you
around
didn't
Puerto
grow up
Ricans and
in,
blacks. I didn't grow up in the suburbs. You know, I didn't grow up, you know, living in like big houses and all that and having everything at the moment. Like, you know, my mom worked to make sure I had everything I needed, but it still wasn't that, you know.
Everything wasn't handed to
Yeah,
you.
exactly, in a certain way. Because like the way my parents raised me was, there's gonna come a point where you're gonna have to do things on your own.
Right.
Like they always told me, once you're 18, like, you know, we'll help you. Like you'll have somewhere to stay, but you still gotta work and do everything. So at 17, I literally had to start getting jobs and doing my own thing. So I don't really like being labeled as white artist. Just call me an artist. I'm just an artist. Just call me Tyler Gifted. You know. But that's funny. Yeah, that's
So
funny.
you're an engineer as well, right?
Yeah, I'm an engineer, and I've actually dug deep into the producing side. I've been making a lot of beats lately because I got tired of using YouTube beats. Because make a dope song, next thing you know, you hear 18 other artists with the same beat that you rapped on. So I'm really into creating my own style. Like I used to be really against auto-tune for some reason. Like I used to hate it.
Yeah.
But then when I realized, you know, I'm not a singer, but I got melodies in my mind.
Oh.
So I started using auto-tune, like really testing it with my engineering and getting my effects and quality better in general. So like I've been creating my own sound because of my engineering. You know, I'm able to create a sound I want by my own hands.
Right.
So yeah, I've been really big into my engineering and being an artist at the same time because they're both my goals. Like I want to be known as the artist, engineer, producer who just does it all.
You can do it all.
Yeah.
So do you even shoot your own videos?
I don't shoot my own videos, but I have like my friend W the God. Shout out to him. He shoots my videos, and he also shoots other artists out here.
Yeah.
He does really good videos. He's coming up with it. You know, we all still have a lot to learn, but I don't shoot videos personally by myself.
Right.
I was gonna at a point, but then it's like you can't do every single aspect by yourself. You know, so I have people that help me with that.
Right.
So yeah, mainly just my boy, but we're looking into collaborating with more people and trying to see what we can come up with for better production.
Okay. So who you would like to collaborate right now?
Like locally or
Like anybody, you know. Like if you could choose anybody.
if I could choose anybody to collab with, I'm really like, I really wanted to collab with, but these artists are just too big for the moment. But somebody I really want to collab with, there's like three of us. Logic, I want to collab with. Jeezy, I want to collab with, and then who else? Post Malone, I want to collab with him. Just because I feel like if I got on a song with him and the style I rap, and then him on his hooks with his R&B like country kind of style,
yeah,
it would just be amazing. Locally, I want to collab with a lot of people, but you know, we're all too busy trying to chase the same dream at certain times. So it's like, you know, like me and you were actually at a point where we were making songs together, and then now we got so busy, we're like, damn, now we got time to actually do it. Now that we develop more, I'm really into collaborating with anybody. Like as long, like even if you know the person can use more work and the flow, just whatever, or just started, I'll collab. I'm just really big into getting features done right now because I've been making so much solo music. I look at my catalog of music and I'm just like, all right, I got 15 solo songs. Now I need more. You know, like lately I've been working with a Spanish singer. He's a close friend of mine, and he's helping me get better with my vocals. And we just found an idea where it's like we're making this song, and it's like half the hook is me singing in English, and then half of the hook he's saying what I'm saying but in Spanish. And then in the verse I'm rapping in Spanish, showing my Spanish side. Rapping in Spanish for like a bar, like a line, and then like every bar is like half and half, boom boom, and then I'm rapping in Spanish. Then I just go straight back to English. Then his is he's rapping in English a little bit, then mostly in Spanish. So we're trying to create just new sounds and ideas that people would like. So that's why I like collaborating, because when I'm in the studio, I just want it to be just good vibes and we just get shit done. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I want to collab with anybody who's willing to make some good music.
That's what's up. Tell us about this new single you got out on iTunes right now.
Well, it's coming out.
Coming out.
It's coming out. I just brought it here, so you know, whoever's tuned in right now will be the first to hear it. My single "Faded" was created. Well, the idea actually came in my mind about 3 months ago. My boy JG Lewis actually produced the beat.
Yeah.
And then my in-house producer or piano player added, like, you know, we all helped put together this beat. Like, he made it and then we added more to it. Yeah, and then so Faded came along where it was a point in my life where I noticed, you know, I was smoking more and drinking more. Like, I smoke, but I was drinking more than I usually do.
Right.
And I was just sitting there and I was just like thinking to myself, like, while I was hearing the beat, what can this song be about? How can it feel? How can I let out what I feel right now? And I ended up, you know, smoking, drinking a little bit, and then I ended up just coming up with that idea of Faded. Like, you know, I wrote the whole song
while you was faded.
Yeah, I wrote the whole song, and my boy was normally the one who, you know, came up with the whole beat. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to be on the chorus, but then I found the singer that I work with. Her name's Brenda Siri. She's out in Texas. I found her and tested her on the hook, and me and him both looked at each other.
The best.
We looked at each other and we were like, he was like, I sing and everything, but she sing. And I was like, yeah. So, you know, we put that into effect, and it just, you know, I've literally worked on mixing that song for about 3 months about, and I recently just got it mastered. That's the file I sent you. I get it mastered at Rotary Records in West Springfield.
Records?
Yeah, by Warren.
Do they master all your stuff?
I make sure of that, yeah. Because I don't like mastering my own music, because, like, when I went there, he told me, he was like, you know, everybody thinks mastering is about bringing out the loudness in the song, but it's about bringing out everything and making everything blend as well. It makes it louder, but it's to make it full. So, like, I'll mix a song, and I'll make sure when I, you know, like, export it, it'll be, like, at -6 dB.
Yeah.
So it's really low, but then when they master it, it just, everything's beautiful, beautiful.
So that's like the finishing touch.
Yeah, because I'm really big into mastering my music and getting original music done now. So Faded, I wanted to be my first single because I recently released a mixtape called Reinvented. It was the last mixtape I would ever release with YouTube beats. And I released it on SoundCloud. You can check right now, just soundcloud.com/Tyler Gifted Reinvented. Reinvented was created for me reinventing myself, because I was going through a patch of life for like 2 years where I wasn't being who I really was. Like, I was putting on a false image to try to get somewhere, you know, that I believed I can go. But
like in the industry.
Yeah, and it was just like, you know, it's basically selling out without the money. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's like, I can't do that. I can't do that to myself, to know, like, put up with a charade of being somebody I'm not. So I ended up making the mixtape Reinvented, because I was showing I'm reinventing who I am and going back into, like, my real shoes and giving the listener the real me, you know? Something that people can relate to, and not just some made-up fairy tale story, you know? Because, it's good to be positive, but in this life, in this day and age, you just got to speak the real, because that's what people want to hear. And, yeah, of course, there's some music, like I don't really listen to trap music, but they're speaking the real in certain people's eyes.
So would you say you're just making music for, like, commercial type music?
Yeah. And it's not even like, now I'm still making commercial type music, but it's my commercial type music. It's not that, you know, like when you hear my new music, like when you guys hear Faded, you're going to be able to see hear it in me, like, that's me, that's my comfort zone. Than to hear what I created before, and it's just like, that's not really who he is. So after I made Reinvented, because I really went like 3 months in the studio where I couldn't write, I couldn't think, I couldn't make a beat, I couldn't do anything because I wasn't me. And I reinvented myself and came up with a pretty dope mixtape. And then I ended up, you know, making a beat for like getting Faded done with my boy. Made that, and then when I created the song, I was like, all right, now this is the single. This is who I am. This is going to be the opening of Tyler Gifted.
And when will this be out?
This will be out, hopefully, you know how the internet goes with iTunes and everything. Yeah. How they say something, but I already got it set up, and it's supposed to be on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Apple Music November 25th. All right, everybody, you're going to listen to Tyler Gifted Faded featuring Brenna Siri right now on the Digital Boombox Network.